I want you guys to understand that this right here is probably the very best episode of Spy Family that has thus been created or has come out to this point. You're over here literally is making the Terminator jealous. The fact that she came in, showed out, and is taking out these assassins one by one over and over again, while her director is like coming with the assistance with sniper fire on top of just actually kind of being funny how she's killing him and he's trying to clean up right behind her. Like, just so much happened in this episode that was just so good, and they did not hold back. And bloodiness of everything, like we saw like headshots, straight dome bullets, and you're just straight taking her like little ice picks, I guess, and then just straight stabbing them in the face and attacking people. Like, all kinds of stuff happened in this episode, and Yura herself, by the end of it, it was just such a bloody mess. I mean, she was taking hits as well. Don't get me wrong. They made sure to show that she wasn't like invulnerable, but they did show like a lot of the major hits that people were hitting her with. She was just like, oh, that's nothing. Just basically showing out. Like, this alone, I mean, just the fight choreography in this episode was just so good that when Yor doesn't have to worry about being the bodyguard to the two people and the baby, like when they were able to actually get away so then she can cut loose, she cut loose. That's exactly what we've been looking for. This is the Yor we were excited to see. Even through all of this that Yor has been fighting and doing, she's been holding herself back. Please understand that this great episode that was happening, Yor herself was holding herself back because she was afraid that if she got too severely injured, as in the case here the director was saying, that if they couldn't account for how badly of an injury it was, because she's not supposed to be injured with her having like a secretary job, that if she's so severely injured that they would just transfer her and she'll just be gone and then just never come back. And she was worried about that happening. On top of, in the middle of fighting them, the one question that's been happening these last few episodes she's been reflecting on is why she even does this job in the first place. She doesn't need to protect her little brother anymore, and they make enough money. Even she was starting thinking like, wait, do I really need the money? Like, cause the bad guys were trying to offer her money, and then she's like, no, why would I do that? I'm patriotic. But then she's like, wait, am I patriotic? It's like, am I really doing this for my country? And it's like, girl, if you don't get back to this fight and actually kill these guys, would you stop worrying about this? It had to happen. It had to happen because once she was able to break the shackles, it all came down to it all started to pop off. When it all seemed like Yor was down and out, as she was holding herself back, she started to finally realize why she was actually doing this. She wasn't doing it to protect not only her brother or to make money or anything like that. She realized that if she can bring the unsavory number of people in this world down by one, and to reduce the issues that are in this world even by one fraction of a moment, just by one person, that would make the world a better place for those that she loved. In this case, it used to be Yuri, but now she's thinking about her family with the Lloyds and Anya. She's like, wait a minute, if I could just cleanse this world one by one, it makes the world a better place for those that I care about. And once she understood that, and then also thought about, wait, if I get injured, I'm sure I can explain it to Lloyd and he'll be perfectly fine with it. She didn't care anymore. I want you to understand how bad she didn't care. She grabbed dude's sword and straight up broke it with her bare hands. And of course, we all know she has a lot of strength involved and she's very strong. But she took this dude's sword and just absolutely snapped it with her own bare hands. And yes, of course, she was bleeding a little bit from it. And I will have to give it to the director, the actual direction that they made this episode, because I want to show something here. The guy with the sword actually cuts her here and on her chest. Most anime, if something like this happens, like in a female shirt, blouse, whatever, in that region gets cut, they don't bleed or whatever. It just all of a sudden it's just some fan service, all like oops, and then stuff starts to pop out and everything. No, this anime was like, no, we serious in this. She gets cut and also is bleeding because he actually got some skin contact in there as well, which honestly goes to show how mature or how well the direction was done here, because the fact is they didn't go the fan service route. They actually went realistic route. This girl is an assassin, and at this moment in time, she's actually doing what she would normally do, put herself and her body on the line in order to assassinate and actually knock out and or kill her target. And what does she do with her target here? Kicks the living daylights out this dude. Like, made this guy bounce off the floor, which doesn't necessarily knock him out or anything, because there is a preview of him in the next week's episode where their fight, I guess, continues. I think she's going to, her needle ice pick or whatever was hit away and it's actually like stuck in the ground. I think their fight is going to move her closer to it, and then she probably surprise, bam, kills him with it. This was peak Your episode. Like, not only just peak Your, but this is just one of the best episodes in general of Spy Family. I honestly was surprised they even added in just a little tidbit at the end of the episode. We ended up getting a little nugget of information from Yuri's point of view, as Yuri is doing his homeland security job and tracking and kind of getting sick, getting better by taking some tea that tastes awful that reminds him of how bad Yours cooking was, if you will, a herbal tea, and just pretty much he gets so well because he's just throwing up and getting rid of all the bad germs in his body that, you know what, hey, you're better automatically. I'm surprised that there was enough time to fit this into this episode, because it felt like so much was happening in this episode. To just throw this in there, I was like, oh, there's more. Okay. I was fine for it. Now, it wasn't long, but it was actually pretty cool that they did add this in. So I'm all for it. But all I know is, my God, it's such a good episode. Yor is on top. I think this one episode alone shows how Yor is best girl for this anime season. I don't know anyone else that can top her, because she just straight up absolutely was getting the job done and showing off her skills, taking a beating, but kept on ticking and just went to shop on everyone. Just started knocking out these assassins one by one. They would just come up and be like, haha, I'm this person, I have this skill, dead. It just keeps going one after another. Oh man, it had its comedic factor along with actual straight seriousness, along with everything else. Peak Spy Family, the best episode, and I honestly can't stress this enough. Very good, exactly what we're looking for, and I await more episodes just like this, or, you know, the comedy with the action meshing together, and to actually finally have the realization of what she needed to get the job done. Tell me what you guys think in the comments down below, because this is one of the best episodes. Make sure you guys like the video. Make sure you guys are subscribed for more, as we now bring analysis to each and every episode of this season. We'll definitely be around for more. And I hope you guys have enjoyed this analysis, and hopefully maybe pointing something else out that you didn't even realize or think about. You guys take care, be safe, and Lord willing, I will see you next time. Bye-bye for now. Make sure to check out the extra content on our Patreon page, and thanks to our current patrons.
This ain't what you want, bitch, I'm a fucking phenomenon.